What are some very comforting facts? Bees take naps in flowers. So yeah, it's okay to need a nap. Even busy bees do. I too like to rest on my laurels. If you make it to the airport without dying, you've already passed the deadliest part of plane travel. Your body is home to its unique ecosystem, the human gut. Sounds gross, but billions of little creatures living inside you are helping you digest things, dispose of waste, and survive natural toxins in the food you consume. If you ever feel like you're useless, or that your existence means nothing, that's not true. You literally mean the world to your gut flora. This is my swamp. Swedish blood donors receive a text whenever their blood is used to help someone. So do Australians. All those embarrassing, cringy memories that come flooding into your mind when you least expect it, nobody else remembers them. Every last one of us has them. It's a part of this complicated process called living. While you are busy remembering yours, everyone else is remembering their own. It's in the past. Nothing you can do right now can make it any better. Chalk it up as a lesson and reap the XP. About 65% of America's aluminum is currently recycled. Every minute, an average of 123,097 aluminum cans are recycled. On average, Americans recycle 2 out of every 3 aluminum cans they use. The average aluminum can contains more than 50% post-consumer recycled aluminum. It's just aluminum, but it shows that we can, as a society, recycle over half of the stuff that we use, and we can start keeping the world clean. That and a push to renewable energy would be nice. Goldfish can recognize their owners. Damn, he been watching you this whole time and you didn't even know. I used to have a goldfish who would suck up a piece of stone and spit it against the glass to make a noise, so I would know he wanted to be fed. Damn fish trained me. There is a volunteer organization called No One Dies Alone. You are at Sacred Hearts Medical Center. You're terminal. You need a companion. From someone to talk to or just someone to hold our hands. They'll make sure someone will be there for you. Other hospitals have this too. In dog or wolf movies where they use real-life dog actors, the people who have to edit all that sometimes have to add CGI tails because the dogs can't stop wagging their tail as they are so happy. Otters hold each other's hands when they sleep so their mate won't drift away. Dogs make cute little sneezing sounds to tell you they're playing and not fighting. My dog kinda just sneezes in my face. My dumb, giant, muscly American bulldog does this when we play wrestle. It's an adorable little reminder that although she could rip my throat out, she chooses not to. She would be lonely if she did. Jupiter's gravitational mass is so immense, modern science believe it's been protecting us from meteors for millions of years. Thank you, Jupiter. It's highly likely your pet dreams of you in their sleep. Edit. I can't find the exact article I read, but this one explains that most animals dream of things they do during the day. You're such a huge loving part of their life. It makes sense they would dream of you. Stan Lee started creating the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Iron Man, etc. at around 40. So even if you think that you can't get anything out of life, you still can push yourself creatively and leave a lasting impact on the world at an older age. I used to be a caregiver at a retirement home. I took care of a lady who started painting when she was 60 and kind of had an accidental career. She sold lots of paintings to hotels and in street fairs. She had a 20-year run as painter. Scientists have discovered that rats love playing hide and seek and squeal with joy when finding or being found. Smiling is actually contagious. When out and about, if you think someone is looking at you, smile. If they smile too, they were probably looking at you. My boyfriend has a panic and anxiety disorder. Whenever he gets a panic attack, one of our cats will sit on him and purr loudly. It always comforts him and calms him down. We always make joke that she's our little support animal. She is very attuned to our emotions and feelings. When my grandmother passed away and I was very sad, she would not leave me alone. She would just sit next to me in silence or occasionally let out a small mew to inform me she was still there. So as conclusion, even if you're having a shit day, your pet still loves you. First, a penguin was once knighted in Norway. Second, blind people can smile, even though they have never seen one. It is human nature. Third, the voice actors of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse got married in real life. A knighted penguin that holds the rank of brigadier lives in Edinburgh Zoo. He was promoted in 2016. Van Gogh didn't start painting until his late 20s. J.K. Rowling didn't publish Harry Potter until her late 30s. Samuel L. Jackson didn't get his first big role until his 40s. It's never too late to be who you might have been. It should be mentioned that Van Gogh sold only one painting in his life. Whenever I've experienced heartbreak or something scary or intimidating, I remind myself I'm not the first person ever to have gone through, and for some reason I always find it comforting. I'm not the first person to be scared or sad, and thousands of others have gotten through what I'm going through, and if they can get through it, why can't I? Liechtenstein once deployed 80 men for protecting the border against Austria. Despite their worries, they saw exactly 0 combat. When they called it a day, they returned home with 81 men, because an Italian bloke bumped into them and wanted to come live in Liechtenstein. They literally made a friend on the way. No one is judging you. They are too busy worrying if they themselves are being judged. I'm judging you. I set aside a short period every afternoon and judge everyone for 45 minutes. We have been born into arguably the best point in human history. True that we have a whole slew of troubles. These issues are only minor examples compared to the plagues, social Darwinism, and overall pretty crap quality of life you'd live, say, 100 years back. We still have those plagues, racial biases, and hatred, but we are lucky that we are alive in a time where over the past century so many strives towards equality have been made. Except black licorice. We are unfortunately still in that era. Edit. Apparently I have summoned a small army of black licorice supporters. It is my opinion that your favorite candy tastes like chew for kids, but you are entitled to your own. Edit 2. Dear God, there's too many of them. Pretty sure one of them gave me an award, which is rad cool, but my one offhand comment has awakened the black licorice forces. I may not make it. An average person living in the developed world today lives better than a Roman emperor. Think about it. We have the entirety of human knowledge in our pockets at all times. We can take hot baths whenever we want. Have fresh drinking water literally on tap in several rooms of our home, toilets, TV, kitchen appliance. We can travel the globe in a day or two. We can order anything we want on our phones and have someone literally bring it to our door. Even just the level of access we have to things. If an emperor loves strawberries, but strawberries aren't in season, tough S. No strawberries for Emperor Putty. I can buy strawberries whenever I want. Julius Caesar would envy us. Also, you shut your filthy W mouth. Licorice is delicious. Edit. Okay, this kind of blew up overnight. Obviously yes, we don't have the same level of power and authority as a Roman emperor. And yes, there are people today who live far below the standard we have in many countries, which is awful. I meant in terms of comfort, access to goods, convenience, and overall quality of life. I didn't even touch on medical advances. If an emperor got sick, it didn't really matter if he was an emperor, he was still probably going to die. We have cures or treatments for many diseases that would have killed a very rich, powerful man thousands of years ago. Think of all the worst days of your life. You've made it through every single one of them, and are still going strong. There is always another day on the other side. During the Second World War, a Muslim man owned a mosque in Paris. After France got captured by the Germans, the French Jews were being killed. The Muslim man offered every Jew he could find shelter in his mosque and handed out fake Muslim certificates so they wouldn't be questioned. He saved over 400 lives. No one's your enemy, except for the ones you make yourself believe are. What was this hero's name? His name was Abdelkader Ben Gabrit, or commonly known as Sikadur Ben Gabrit. It is estimated every 10 years, the cells in your body will have been replaced with new ones. Therefore, you get a new body every 10 years, making it so you do get a fresh start. I once found a ladybug in my room in the middle of winter. I tried to look up if I could feed it somehow, and found countless other people asking the same question. The world is full of people who have compassion enough to feed a lone bug in the winter. Cheetahs are very shy animals, so some zoos give them support dogs like those for humans. It's the cutest thing ever. The bigger reason for this is that cheetah's vision likes to hyperfocus. In a crowd like ones at the zoo, they would get anxious looking at each individual and try to analyze each person, which can be very stressful for them. Dogs are very good at reading groups and crowds. They pair a dog with a cheetah to rely on emotionally. If the dog is calm, the cheetah will trust them that there is nothing to worry about from those crowds. How zoos prevent the cheetah from killing the dog? They are typically introduced at a very young age and imprint on each other. Cheetahs are also not naturally driven to kill dogs as prey. A cheetah could kill a dog, but typically a cheetah would never hunt a dog in the wild. If it was in its territory, or if a dog appeared hurt and by itself, a cheetah might go for an opportunistic kill, but those are special circumstances. The most likely situation you'd see in the wild would be if they were hunting the same prey and they fought over a kill. Crows will let other crows know if you're a good person. Feeding a crow in your backyard can quickly become many crows over time, since the rumor spreads, and nearby crows in your area will know you as one they like. They can also be known to be protective of you and even bring you gifts. Sufficient to say, crows are one of the most intelligent creatures on the planet, and they are truly underrated. Most seahorses are monogamous and mate for life. Young seahorses actually go on dates with their prospective partner before settling and starting to procreate. They can also be seen swimming in pairs with their tails linked together. Thanks a lot for watching. Write in the comments some comforting facts that you know. Subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.